I would normally stream Metal Gear Survive by now, but with the time change and their maintenance going on, technically their maintenance won't be done, I think, for another hour or so. So that would make it 3 a.m. my time. So I figured, you know what? I haven't done a For Honor stream in like forever. For Honor is kind of one of those games that's dying out, like slowly but surely. So I figured I'd do um, For Honor stream, probably just for tonight. I'm not sure. Um, so what we're probably going to do is try to hit a little bit of everything. So I have been playing For Honor for about a little more than 8, 9 years or so, and I've kept up with the passes and such like that. I used to be a hardcore PvPer, but I actually pulled away from PvP entirely. Like I do some PvP, but it's only to get like the seasonal effect, and I'll show you guys what that is. I'll show you what that is. So each season, um, you basically get this effect. I actually haven't seen it this time, but sometimes you get these seasonal effects here for from ranked matches. So this one was pretty cool. I don't really tend to get it for all my. I used to get it for all my characters, but that's when I was like really deep into doing PvP. But the PvP to this game has just been not as fun as it used to be. So I actually pulled away from PvP like 5 years ago because I platted the game around COVID time. So that's just a little bit of background on myself. So I figured if I'm going to be doing these streams, for anyone who's like brand new, uh, we're gonna do a character's training, 1 or 2 characters training, their tactical training or whatever you want to call it. It's basically a whole tutorial on how to use a character. So what we're gonna, the first one I'm probably gonna do, and it did not save my color that I wanted. Did it? Oh wait, it would help if I actually had decals. Yeah, yeah, this is kind of how you have to do things. Yeah, as you can see, we're on year 1 here, doing year 1 stuff. Year 1 was basically Year of the Knights, so I kind of want to put some night related stuff as far as decals. That looks good. Okay, do that. Yeah, the decals work kind of weird. They only kick in if you actually have. This is colors, so they only kick in if you actually have decals. Unique. Okay, and then what else? Just kind of figuring out how I want to do this because I actually have not done a live for or a whole lot of videos for fireflies. Hmm. So we're going to be learning and possibly using pretty much the first characters you come across. So we got Warden. Warden's the first person we are going to start using. So we're going to go down to training. And what you want to do is go to Hero Tactics. And what it's going to do is going to teach you basically how to use the character. So tonight we're going to learn about Warden and possibly Peacekeeper. At least have, because again, I'm trying to figure this out how I want to do things. I kind of want to do like 30 minutes worth of like training, maybe 30 minutes worth of arcade, so you guys see how that works, and then maybe a few minutes worth of the special event that we have, because we do have special events. All right, so displayed on the right hand side, as you can see, we can have the basic move sets. This is showing you combos and such like that. I'm actually going to turn down the, whoops. Okay. So with this particular fighter, you have to lock onto your enemy. So however you have it configured, it tends to be a trigger. For PlayStation, it's L2, and now we're locked in. We're basically in combat right now. Okay. So let's see. Vanguard's advance. This is how you do it. Okay, it's showing you how to do an unblockable. So okay. I'm a little rusty with this character, but okay. Next up is the zone top attack. When they say zone, that tends to be your heavy and light attack buttons together. That's your zone attack. Zone attacks tend to be kind of like wide scale and a little bit devastating. So just for you to consider, that's what zone is, like zoning. That's what that attack is. So what I need to do, I haven't had a chance to actually make a designated thumbnail for in case I do for runner streams. That's okay. We'll just, I think I'll just use one of that I haven't used before. Let's use that. Okay, so zone top attack heavy finisher. So you're light and heavy at the same time, and then I'll do it again. Okay, so that's your zone. Now we have Valiant Breakthrough into heavy. So some combos will require you to hit other buttons aside from the R1 and R2. So here we have X, or however you have it configured on your PC or other console. And this is going to result in a dash. It's basically a dash for Warden. And, okay. Okay, now we're going to go to the next page. Now we're going to learn about basically displacing your opponent or knocking your opponent around attacks. So this is a shield bash attack that Warden has. So, and technically the shield bash can be spammed to where you don't have to actually hold it. Okay, you can do it pretty much at any given time. Now, when the indicator, as you can see here, we got R1 that he holds square and it has that little star above it. that basically is telling you it has to connect. If it doesn't connect, the next part of this move is not going to work. So it's telling me that I need to hold it, make connection, because the bot is actually shifting out of the way. So you hold your square, okay? And I'm actually doing it wrong. I'm supposed to have it upwards for the unblockable. So okay, that's pretty much what it's trying to tell you. Next part, you can actually dash into tackle and cancel it. That's what it's trying to tell you to do. I actually haven't done Warden's tutorial for a while because sometimes some characters they go through a rework and they recently did a rework for Warden. So I actually have not done the hero tactical training in years. So I have not actually used her since her rework really. So dash here. Oh, okay, I see what they're trying to tell you. So what I have to do is circle. Circle is basically your feint button. You can throw it and it cancels out the attack. So that's what it's trying to tell me to do. Circle or feints, they will cancel out like your knockdown, like the shoulder bash, like it's doing here, and it will also cancel out your heavies and sometimes feints. For some characters, it will cancel out your feints, as far as I know. Unless I could be wrong though. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, we're going to do that again because we didn't really get a good view of it. So, okay. Now, the thing that they've done to the Vanguards with this game, that's what this class is. This class that I'm playing as is called Vanguard. They've been recently doing a lot of reworks and balancing to where Vanguards aren't as straightforward of characters because they used to be just kind of straightforward, kind of adaptable characters, where they're trying to move more towards like hybrid like move sets. And I will show you what a hybrid is and why hybrids seem to have kind of taken over the game to where they've reworked a majority of the characters to where they do function more like hybrids. We're gonna move on to the next part. Okay, so basically the infinity is there, it's basically telling you that you can do that, you can spam this particular combo as much as you want. Okay, you can spam that combo as much as you want. Okay, and then this next one we're going to see, it's basically asking me to do a cancel with the opener being a heavy. Okay, let's get in the middle here. Here, we're going to do a, no, we want to do this. Okay, one time. Okay, then we go on the other side. Okay, and this is another move that can be spammed, of course. Go here. Oh, so it's asking me to and cancel. Oh, okay, okay, I see what's going on here. It's basically asking here. Okay. Ooh, almost had it there. So when people sidestep, you can actually catch them with the guard break. So with square, with the last square that I'm doing what's called a guard break, which is this here. Okay. Oh, I went too fast and I ran out. I was about to run out of stamina if I went through with that. And then catch. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this one is basically telling me that I can counter attack. Some characters can do this. The indicator for this to work with characters is that your weapon will glow in the direction that you are counter attacking. So as you can see, my sword ever so slightly actually glows white. See that? But it won't do it in any other direction, which means this is the only direction I can trigger a counterattack. Other characters, they can counterattack in other directions. Okay, so now we're kind of mixing it up. We can do a counter strike into a bash, which is telling us that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, do that again. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The opener being a top heavy, and we cancel it. Basically, you're going to try. What they're teaching you is how to get your opponent to go into one direction, and then we're going to cause the counter attack. That way, we can get some damage in. Okay, so we'll do that again. Okay. Wrong input. Let's see, try that again. Out of stamina. Okay, do that again here. Okay, too light. Here we go. Let's try it here. Okay. Oh, it didn't tell me success. Oh, that's okay. Now it's telling me to do some moves to kind of, it'll start teaching you some mix-ups. We don't have to go over these, but we're gonna try at least try to attempt these. Majority of the time with this game, you can mix and match your own moves, so you don't have to go by based off the game because everyone plays different. Everyone mixes up the game very much differently. If you're going to be doing this game on PvP, you don't really want to learn these combos. These combos won't really get you anywhere. I can tell you that right now from my own experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt these actually. Oh, that's what it's telling me to do? Okay. Okay. So it wants me to do this. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That is an interesting combo that it's trying to teach me to do here. Okay. That is an interesting little mix up there. Oh, okay. Okay. Basically, it's telling me that as my I could still do the fake into my zone attack here. That's what it's telling me to do here. So we go here, fake, zone, into an unblockable. So light, fake. So we do. That's an interesting combo. I don't see anyone falling for that, but that's a pretty decent combo. Not gonna lie, that is a very good combo. That's a decent one. That's a decent one. It's a little bit too long though. A little bit too long. That's a decent one, but I do see somebody possibly interrupting you at around the cancel, and you will not definitely have time for the cat for the because since Warden does not have what's called undisturbable, people can actually knock you out of the tackle. I'll show you what I mean. So if I was to trigger the undisturbable function of an attack, I would glow white a little bit, but I wasn't glowing white when I do the tackle. So in some ways, if you are pulling this off, there's two places people would not possibly fall for. Okay, one, the initial tackle, the first one, this one here. Not many people will fall for that one. Next part would be it would be the cancel. People would probably disturb you out of your canceling because they can do that. This next one, I know for sure, depending on who you're going up against, the first part right here is the dash. Okay, not many people fall for the dash. Okay, but in this case, let's just test it out. All right, let's see here. Okay, this is a decent combo. More towards the end though. Okay, that's a not a bad combo, but first of all, this is going to be cut off. Okay, this you're going to get interrupted. You're going to get interrupted here for sure. So, not bad of a mix-up for some of these, but again, you don't have to learn these. Okay, because again, these are quite a bit of things to remember. If anything, the combos at the end of each tactic is more of like a reference of what you can do with the character, and then you can just kind of come up with your own um, ways of mixing things up a little bit. Next character, I think we're gonna do. Okay, yeah, this is gonna work out the way I want to. Okay, cool. So the next one we're gonna do for the hero tactics, I'm gonna do an assassin class. They recently got reworked as well, assassins in general. I'll explain as to how much they got reworked. So these perks here for each character, they do minimum to some effect. Well, I shouldn't say it. That doesn't make any sense. They have very little effect. You don't have to have them up, but Uh, I mean, don't feel like you have to have these. Some are useful, some are not. But when they're lit up in white like this, then that means it is active. But again, you don't really need these. Not a whole lot of people do. This game is very heavily reliant on skill. Okay. Not as much as like doing the having these perks up. It's nice to have these perks up, but you don't feel like you have to have them. So the first one is Galestrom. Upon hero kill, gain 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. That's not bad, even in a PvP situation. That's pretty good to have. Upon execution, heal an additional 10 plus health. It's a good one to have. Kind of a need, but it is a good one to have. Upon spawn, when you or when revived, first attacks deal for your very first attack deals 30% more damage. Your very first one. So that's like kind of one of those where you have to think about whether or not when you get respawned, you have one attack that'll do 30% additional damage. Is it useful to have? Probably in a PvP sense, and you have a good person reviving, yes. When gaining a renown level, receive 3% more stamina cost reduction. Max stacks is 4. That's an okay one to have. When we get into actual matches, I'll show you the renown system here. When in critical health, gain 25% stamina cost. Critical health in this particular game, depending on where you are with your skill level, um, again, this is one of those where it's okay to have, but you don't need it. Upon hero kill, your next attack deals 30% more damage. This is a good one to have. This is a very good one to have. If you can have it, great. For each unique player or bot, there are bots in this game. Hero executed, increase max health by 4, increases to um, max of 4 stacks. Headhunter is a good one to have. The best you can have out of this is Devourer, if you can get it, that's great, and Headhunter. If you can have those two, you're going to be doing good, and Crush them if you can. But then you also have defensive perks to put into consideration. Shields up, when revived, receive a temporary shield of 25 plus shield. Um, that's a decent one to have. You'll at least block 2 lights and 1 heavy. I'm not saying that in that sequence, but it's like that's how much it'll probably do. When in critical health, gain 40% damage resistance. Again, this is one of those where you don't really need it unless you're really good at parrying and blocking. This is kind of useless. Last stand is kind of useless. All shields received are increased by 20%. It's good to have if you have characters who are running away to give you shields. When in zone or carrying a banner, offer gain 10% damage resistance. It's not a need, but it is good to have. Vengeful Barrier, when exiting Revenge, gain a 25% health shield. It just depends whether or not you're. This is a good PvP one, though. This is a good PvP one. Bulk Up, when gaining a renowned level, increase maximum health by 4%, stacks to 4. So if you can have Bulk Up and you can also have Headhunter, that's a good roll. It's a good roll. If you cap those, because let me see. Yeah, Headhunter. But again, depending on which class you're running, you won't always be able to run certain things. You just won't be able to. Okay, let's go back to the perks. Because a lot of these are pretty much run by heavies and vanguards. And then the last one is Fresh Focus. When out of stamina, counter guard breaks, blocks, and parries regenerate your stamina an additional 20%. This is a good one to have. Fresh Focus is a good one to have. If you can get it, that's a good one to have. And then you have these assist perks. Um, Upon spawn or when revived, gain 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. This is an okay one, even with PvAIs, because if you want to get somewhere real quick, sometimes the objectives are not that far away. So it's actually nice to have a little bit of a speed boost to get to that objective. Uh, Upon hero kill, gain 10% health. That's a good one to have. Remedy is a good one to have. PvP or PvAI. When gaining a renowned level, gain 4% movement speed for the first, then 2% for each subsequent level. Again, feline agility. It's if you got it, great. If you don't stress it. Upon taking down or when reviving an ally, feats active cooldowns are reduced by 5%. With the way feats work, which we will get into a few matches and I'll show you, it might be a good thing to have this one. A rapid refresh. So Rising Dawn, revive allies to 75% health. This is a good one if you are a support player. In Revenge, gain 15% movement speed and uninterruptible sprint. Persist briefly after Revenge ends. Supersonic, I don't see many people have it because people in this game try not to rely on Revenge. So again, this is one of those where if you have it, you're more than likely not going to use it very often. Capture a zone and use banner offerings 15% faster. It's a good one to have if you're going after objectives strictly. Okay, and then this kind of shows you this kind of just tells you about perks. Perks are gameplay effects that allow more strategy. Combine 600 points to activate a perk. The perk will be inactive if you have less than that. You can upgrade your gear to gain more perk points. Each hero has access to a limited set, which we just went over. Limited set of perks. You can activate 2 perks at a time. Some are even available in 3 combination. Higher rarity gear unlocks more perks and more combinations. Use the hero overview. Okay, blah blah blah. What it's saying is that each armor is graded. I actually have, let me see if I have a few characters with a low grade armor. Okay, here we go. So, as you can see with this character, the rest of the armor, the perks are grayed out because I don't have any purple, gold, or high-end armor pieces right now. That's why it's grayed out. So once I do start getting those pieces, then then the other perks start to become available. So let's go back here. I'm thinking I will make this particular one. See, here's PK stuff. PK has just about all offensive stuff. I think we're going to try to go for like a Headhunter and Devourer sort of build. I think I'm going to go for Headhunter Devourer sort of build. If I can get it. I doubt it. It looks like I have Reaper rolls right now. Yeah, I got Reaper rolls. I got a lot of Reaper rolls. Oh, nope, here is a Devourer. Hmm, don't really have any. Okay, that will get me closer, but. Oh, no, I do have a. There we go. Let's go. Yep, I do have Devourer up at least, but I don't think I can get the other one. Yeah, I won't be able to. But that's okay. I delete the rest. I'm not going to spend my time um, opening up my boxes. Don't want to be entirely muted, but at the same time, I still want to hear the music. Sometimes we have hero characters. Sometimes we have hero outfits. So far we only have one hero skin customization. So far we only have one for PK. Sometimes you can change the skin color for each character if you wish. And again, the decals only kick in if you actually have something. And then here you can organize how or what you want to find as far as filters. So we got Crossband, Ubisoft Connect, Reputation, Campaign. Your reputation is basically your character level. You know, quests, such like that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it all. I think I'm gonna go for another red build, another red outfit here. Let's see, kind of go for like an Inferno. Yeah, we're gonna go for Inferno. Here are some headpieces. I don't like the way they sit, so I don't really use them. Oh, except for that one. That one looks pretty good. Some are good, some are like, eh. Okay, but we're not going to use them. I do like this Inferno look, though. That. Yeah, I do like the look of this. Not going to lie. Grab. Not as much as I thought it would be. I think I need a new piece. I think I need new pieces of armor. Let's see here, change look. I might have to go chainmail. I don't have chainmail. That's a shocker. And I like to use the unique ones if I can. Okay, and then don't really have anything for that. The saddle toy. And I should also have, and I'll show you guys how to get some of these effects. Some of these effects you can actually earn. This is my personal favorite. Got Conquest, Crimson Conquest. Okay, at least I'm pretty sure I don't have any other builds that has that. Nope, I don't. Because I don't think even you do. No. You don't, and you have that one. And you're using a Valentine's special. Right? Oh, no, you are using Crimson. Wait a minute. For purchase. Wasn't displaying that. Yeah, okay. So I don't have a... Okay, cool. So now let's go ahead and do the hero tactics for PK. And then we'll get into some matches. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, this may only be like an hour, hour and a half. We'll see. Okay, so PK has a bleeding effect. She's a bleeding character. There are some characters that actually have this. Um, it can be a little bit annoying, but the problem with having bleed is that your first attack has to land so that you can cause bleed. So for PK, as long as she's landing heavies, she's able to follow up and cause bleed. So here's what we have to do. And you know that they have bleed because, of course, start to bleed out a little bit. So as long as, again, there's the star again on the R2, as long as your heavy is landing, you can cause a little bit of bleed. Okay, next up. Now this is teaching you when you see that arrow, when you see this arrow indication right now, it's telling you to start in one direction with your heavy and then go in a different direction with your light. This is technically it is a fake, but you don't have to hit circle. Some characters are able to do that, so it's dagger cancel. So I can start with my heavy if I feel like it, and then just go straight into the R1 without having to hit circle, and then I hit the R1. Because if I hit circle, then hit R1, I won't get the bleed effect. Okay? And now this is the grab stab, which I've never been able to get down. I've tried many, many times, so hopefully they've changed that. There we go. And as you can see, that one is has a lot more bleed to it. Okay? And you can even do the same cancel, except you can dodge out of it. You can dodge out of your heavy for some characters. So we come here. No, I wanna. Okay, the timing can be weird with Runner. I'll tell you that much. I basically learned that in the previous one, but okay. Alright. Whoopsies. Oh. Okay. It's telling us that you can do the bleed and go into a throw. So, grab, throw, if you wish. Okay? And I actually did not know her zone is unblockable. That's a new buff. That's new. I did not know that. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. No, we don't want to do that either. There we go. Okay, this is a tricky one. The reflex shield, hold on. What it's showing you right now. Okay, deflect by dodging in the direction of the incoming attack just before impact. The timing for this is, the window is so thin, it is very easy to mess up here. So hopefully they're doing a, okay, so watch. I'll tell you what they're trying to do here. So too early. You have to do it just as impact. Which means as you're seeing the indicator flash that they're about to hit you, that's the best time to do it. Watch. Arrows flashing. Just do it when you see the arrow flashing at you. Too early. Okay. Not very many characters can do this, but there we go. Right, just like that. Okay. You can just dodge in the direction. I'll dodge there. Okay. Nope. Old habits. Too early. Okay. Okay, now let's move on. Ah, basically it's telling me that from your zone attack, you can still do the cancel and do the bleed. That's what just happened. So there you go. You can do that. And now we're going to coax our opponent into our deflect. So we're going to fate. Hold on. Fate. Oop, too early. Too early. Too late. I recommend doing it from like the top. If you're learning this, go ahead and do it from the top. It's easier to do a deflect from the top before you go ahead and try the other directions. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's kind of brutal, right? We grab, stab, stab, throw, and then lunge for more bleed. That's what the indicator is. You got to get them up against the wall, and then go on with the combo. Okay, and that's it. That was an easier one. That actually went by pretty quick. Why don't we do another one? Why don't we do one more character? So PK is a character that used to be top meta, like well, I wouldn't say top meta, but was a pretty good character to run for a while. Let's see who's next here. Who's next? Ooh, that's a complicated one. Not complaining. He is a little complicated. Let's see. Easy, medium, hard. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. No, this is fair. We can do that. We can do that. Look at that. Who's that? Good old Shax. All right. Let's configure the armor real quick. I did not like the face reveal for this guy. I don't know why, but I just didn't really like it. I'm gonna try to go for a Devourer Headhunter build, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like it's not gonna happen. Let's see. Ooh, well, I got a lot of pieces here. Maybe. And technically, you can upgrade. It'll even show you. You can upgrade to get um the perk activated if you wish. Okay. You can upgrade like a couple of times, but I don't upgrade gear personally because it takes up steel and I want to use my steel for other things aside from upgrading. So I just try to get gear that will automatically activate that for me. And sometimes I don't always get it, so but it's all right. You won't always get that lucky. Let's see. Is there a head hunter contribution here? 210, 213. Oh, here we go. Here's 230 right there. Oh, this helmet actually gives me the Devourer. I lose Galestrim, but that's okay. I don't really need Galestrim. Yeah. Okay, that looks okay. Not great. It looks okay. Oh, I don't have a sword equipped. Here's a headhunter. Close to getting the roll. Close to it. Now, of course, we do have the Crucible Lord right here. We all know who that is. Well, at least those who watch my Destiny streams, you guys probably know who that is. Okay. What are we thinking? I think I'm just gonna pick a season, a random season, and we're just gonna roll with it. Not that one. This one looks good. There we go, a whole bunch of swords. Yeah, look at this one. You can actually mark ones if you like them. You can actually bookmark them. See? A little bit easier to find. Yeah, we're gonna make you to like a sword specialist looking guy. A whole bunch of swords coming down there. That looks pretty cool. And headpieces. You know, you don't really need to use them. You know, I think we're gonna use. Let's see what we got here. Let me see what I got here. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. Not too bad. Do copper here, red and black. That's one of my favorites. I don't have a whole lot. I'm going to take off my unique and actually get weird. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? You got what? There we go. Okay, it looks good. I'll go there. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty sure I already have his deal. Knights United. Ooh, what's this one? Okay, so that's the. Okay, that was the Viking season. Deceitful performer. Yeah, that was some of these earlier ones. Some of these later ones were okay. They were just okay. That's the one I want. Yeah, we want the copper one. Okay, so as you can see, go to the hero tactics here. So as you can see with the characters, we have a Vanguard, easy to use. We have an Assassin, medium to use, and we're going to learn about a hybrid, which is hard to use. And you even have a little description as to who they are, as to what they are. Adaptable and straightforward was Warden. Peace K was fast and counter attacker because of the way she's able to do the deflect. That makes her a counter attacker. We're going to learn melee specialist and mix up intensive. Okay? Which is very fitting. How to describe this guy, as you're going to see here in a little bit. Okay. So with this particular character, he's kind of unique because he can hold his R2 and you can cancel it if you wish. Again, this is considered a hard difficulty character to use, but if you do get this character down, um, even after the nerfs that he has gone through, I personally think if people did dedicate more time to him, he would still be dominating in the PvP setting. But then again, I don't do PvP much anymore or at all. So, says the title to the stream here. So, So regular and then unstoppable connects. You can mix it up and still get the same effect. Oh, now it's teaching you to cancel. So what we're going to do is now, as you can see, it took a lot of stamina out. Before these nerfs, he was able to take everything away from you. Okay. Okay. Again, here we have an infinity hit. Infinite jab combo. Simple. All you do is hit, punch. Okay, as long as your heavy is landing, which again, that's not going to work in a PvP situation depending on who you're going to go against. That move alone, because when people see this coming in, they're going to grab it. But if they see something like you can hold it for a little bit, at least you're holding it for like a split second, you might be able to get through. Might be able to. Okay. Next one is the hold. And trust me, when he's yelling, when Centurion's yelling like that, you're giving people PTSD. Everyone has PTSD of Centurion's yelling. So there we go. This is like Warden's dash. It's pretty predictable, and a lot of people are either going to just dodge or counterattack you or whatever. All it is you dash forward, punch, and you can kind of spam that. Okay, so kind of a predictable one. Here is another predictable hit that people might actually just counter you entirely. Since his kick is not an undisturbable, a lot of people are able to counter this. So what we're going to do is it's just a dash and then square. So okay, trust me, it used to take more stamina than that. You can connect it though. You can follow it up with okay, and you can cancel the kick. So get in the middle. Whoop. There we go. So what it's telling you to do is connect with your R2, cancel out the square, which is the jab, jab cancel into Legion kick. That's all you're really doing. Cancel your jab to Legion kick and follow it up with your R2. Or however you have it configured. That's it. Infinite jab and guard break. A lot of people actually use this combination and it still works. Okay. Not quite sure if I'd be able to pull this off, but you have to do it very quickly. So then you have to do it quickly. So I hit R1 instead of R2. I didn't realize that. Oh well. Here we go. There it is. Again, these are 3 stars, so they have to connect. They have to connect. All 3 of the first moves have to connect. So here we go. Oh, I gotta get my stand back. There we go. And the reason it's telling you to do it quickly is because someone might want to backstep, so you want to catch them just before they backstep like that. Let's do it. Let's see if we can do it and try to get it down. And you could even follow it up with that, actually. I think it'll, let me see if it'll let me do that. You can do it that if you want, to be an extra bully. Okay? Okay, he needs to be up against the wall a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. This is the last one? Okay. This particular combo I would not rely on, but here we go. Let's see. See, even he deflected that, so. Well, it does have to hit, though, bruh. Let me see here. I'm going to tell you that right now, you are not going to have time to pull that off because you do need the wall. So, that is not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is not going to happen. Okay. Well, we've gone over a few characters. We've learned a few characters here and there. So 3, it's been the first hour. Let's see if we can get some matches in. Now, I might play other characters. Not sure. I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay, so we're going to learn a little bit about the UI real quick. I just want to take a minute or two. We recently just got our UI redone. Personally, I think it's a little bit tricky to find things. At the top, you're always going to find the event. And then you got quick match. And then you got multiplayer in general. You got your story mode and arcade. Now, of course, we've been in training, hero, battle pass, story. And then, of course, you can return to start if you wish. Let's see. So, for all my bot stompers out there, or new players, or whoever you are, if you want to do things with the bots only, say you're warming up, first you get into the mode that you want to choose. You hit square, or whatever is your designated button. Then you hit to toggle. You turn on the matchmaker. And you actually don't have to do this for all the modes every time. It will stay that way for all the modes. Okay. And for my vet, yes, the war map is still technically here and the orders are here as well. Orders are now in the triggers. You can see there in the lower right hand corner. So here's where you can access your orders. Here is the war map. The war map is a totally different button. You can still access that if you take this seriously. Okay. Some of the locations do have effects, so some of them, not all, but some of them actually do have effects. Okay. So yeah, that is still here. What are my orders though? We got to do 2 matches of Breach. So Breach is basically like a conquest mode. I think it's one of the best modes that they've ever added. And I'm glad it's a permanent mode. Okay, it shouldn't take long to find people. The game is still rather, I wouldn't say like popular, but it's still going at a fairly decent pace. I'm going to mute myself real quick. I think I will go as Raider tonight, since we've already learned about Raider. Ooh. These are just some abilities that I have. So I'm going to go for support. Oh, I meant to do an XP booster. Where are we at? I think we're defending. Are we defending? Yeah, we are. This is a defensive match. Okay, cool. We're defending from them conquering our castle here. Again, really fun mode. Happy that they added it. Okay, let's see. Someone's on the crossbow. Let's get them off that crossbow here. Who is it? Go. Okay. Okay. Go help the team. Okay. Go ahead and take this. This will basically give our gate extra shields a little bit. It's not by much though. So and where you deposit it is by your cauldron here. I meant to go over the hero abilities real quick, but I guess we'll have to do that after the match. They did do a little bit of changing for those as well. Some of the bots are a little bit stupid, so you'll just have to... Oh, wow. Did not realize you started out like that. Where are you going? There we go. Okay. Oh, we got 2 on. Get over here. There. Okay. Okay. Teammate good? Okay, yeah, teammate's good. There. Oh, here comes Pirate. Yeah, sit down. Wow. We'll sometime learn about him. He's a unique character that they added not too terribly long ago.
The outer gate has fallen. Defend the inner gate.
Okay, there we go.
Warriors, clear the ram.
That was his faint attack in his zone. Oh, I didn't realize there was actually 2 of those characters on the team. It's like I heard him, but I didn't realize that there was 2 of them. Okay, that's cool. We can do that. Reach matches do tend to be a little bit longer than usual. There we go. That character's attacks are just coming at weird timings. There we go. So later today, I might be snowed in, which means I might do some long streams on my Twitch. So be sure to make sure you're following my Twitch as well. Oh. Ooh. Okay, they're headed to the what's called the Guardian unit, I believe. Okay. Oh, I could not see. I was getting knocked around too. I couldn't quite see what was going on, and I was getting knocked around. Now, unfortunately, this isn't one of those games where you're going to hit through someone or you're going to run through someone. Everything's pretty much static. So when someone's right next to you and they're bumping into you, you're going to stumble a lot. Kind of wish they would bring down the stumbling. It's pretty intense. Man, it's an all-out war out here. Oh boy. There we go. Ram has been destroyed. Should have quite a bit done already on that one. Okay, we haven't learned about a strong character yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to back out real quick and we're going to learn of a new character. We're going to learn a new character. This is a heavy character. And I'm going to change your trait, dude, because I prefer the female version, honestly. She's just more brutal looking. Ooh, I do like that royalty helmet. I think we're gonna go for now since this character is a heavy. Heavies tend to be like your tanks, I guess you can say. So they tend to have more of a defensive sort of setup as far as their perks. We're gonna go for like a little bit of a. Is that chainmail? Heck yeah, go with that. So agility, gain renown. I think we can probably go ahead and grab that. And I really want the Bastion or Feline Agility. I do, but I want to keep Remedy. Okay, and it looks pretty good too. So, ooh, and I can almost get that. That's a cool looking shield. For a game made in 2017, it still looks good to this day. Oh, that's a vicious looking sword. But I'm saving my steel to grab the outfit for Gladiator, which I do believe I have enough for. It's not a great look, but we'll fix it up with some. Oh, let's see. What should we do here? Reset. Let's do a reset here. We'll go to year 2. Oh, what a pick. This was a Polyon season, pretty much. Again, that was a good season. I know I mostly used. Now for this, some characters you can actually have it on their shoulders, which I think is the best way to have it. Pretty sure I don't have a. Yeah, I know these are 10 a pop. And they just added to where you can individually color these however you like, which I think is pretty neat that they did that. Now, I don't have a whole lot of unique ones with this character. This character has not been out really long enough to get that. Here's some battle pass ones. Disrespect for that one. This is the new seasonal one. There we go. And they tend to have like these little event sort of executions. They tend to be like 10 grand. So gotta grab it while you still can. Let me see here. We're going to do that. Okay, now this is. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I already have a conquest one. No, actually, no, we can do Crimson Conquest with this one. How cool is that? So reset quest and really, I don't have it unlocked for Blackfriar. Interesting. Looks like I'll have to do some arcade runs with Blackfriar once we learn her, of course. So let's go ahead and go into the hero tactics again. This time for Blackfriar. That way we learn a heavy, and then I'll have all types learned by now for the stream. I'm actually surprised that I don't have all of them for Blackfriar. Blackfriar is such an easy character to run. Okay, so Blackfriar was a bully for a while when she first came out. Just for a little while though, not for too long, but was a bully. Okay. Blackfriar does have a stance. Some characters have a stance where they completely change their fighting style entirely, and that's what Blackfriar has. So we're going to learn for the first time a change of stance. Okay. She goes into like an all shield guard. You can move if you need to. Next part is she does have a special that comes with this. And this does flip any attack. Okay. And just like Warden, I can do reflect. However, unlike okay, after an attack, you can actually go into like what I like to call turtle. So hit and okay, pretty good move. Pretty good move, right? We have an upper opener to do the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, you could do it in any direction. Okay, this is a dash. The timing for this one is a little bit tricky. All right. Ah. Okay, shield that. We can do a shield bash here. This can be spammed. So what's going on is that I am canceling out my heavy with the shield dash here. So as I'm in the middle of my heavy, immediately hit square to do your shield bash, and then you hit your R1 to follow up with that. So here's my heavy, nearly halfway, and then follow up with that. Here's my zone. Zone is just a shield bash, and you can follow up with that. Kind of quick, kind of devastating. And the range of it's pretty wide, so you can even get it while surrounded. And just like Centurion, you have a shield bash as long as your personally, I think as long as your light attack connects, you can still pull this off. But as long as the square hits, you can do the follow up. Okay. Okay, so we have a new effect. This is undodgeable. Okay, undodgeables happen. You know you've done an undodgeable when your weapon and your movement kind of have that blue flare to it. That is an undodgeable attack. So no matter what your opponent does, it's kind of just going to be like an auto lock to their direction, so where they can't dodge it. So watch as Orochi tries to dodge, but with the follow up of R2, he can't dodge it. Okay? Then we're going to, not sure why they, oh, it's telling you that you can do it against dodges as well. So yeah, that's what it's telling you. And that's just your basic, that's just your basic heavy cancel. All right, well, we learned heavy. She's one of the easier heavies to get into. So I do recommend this particular character to get into if you want to use a heavy. The grade for this character is, after all, easy to medium, counter attacker, and protector because of the turtling, of course. One thing that I did not cover is hero abilities. As the match goes on, you earn what's called renown, which is basically points, to unlock these little abilities. Some are passive, some are actual abilities. The ones that are gray, these are passive, and then the ones that do require you to actually put input, they tend to be lit up in yellow. So here we have for Warden, this is Death Toll. This is one of my favorite ones to use. Oh, and some of these are common amongst other characters, and now they are starting to get a little bit more unique and have different ones for different characters. So kudos for that. Death Toll, kill those mini soldiers, and it grants you a moderate health and stamina. So you can keep doing that. Conqueror is another passive. You capture zones faster and pick up boosts longer. And then this is Come At Me, where you gain more renown, heal on kills, but take more damage from attacks. So, Enfeeble, this is a new one. This is a passive. Shoulder bashing opponents temporarily lowers their attack damage. Okay, and then this is a common one called Inspire. Allies and yourself deal more damage. Soldiers fight faster, which is the minis. This is another passive. I don't imagine a whole lot of people using this one because it does rely on revenge. Recover some health. Recover some of your health upon entering revenge, which is a good one to have in PvP. Total recovery successful. Let's see, this is a successful revive returns allies to full health. That's pretty good. You recover some health. Here's second one. Recover some health, and then you also have Pena Mortis. Throw an explosive that deals moderate damage in an area, so AOE. It's bomb. And then you have a Stalwart Banner. This provides health, gradual health regain. And then we also have Call a Quick Catapult to strike, deal high damage over an area. And you also have improved damage you and your allies do for a short duration of time. So that's Wardens, more of a support sort of deal. Okay, more of a support sort of deal. Some offense. So this is Bounty Hunter, a little bit different from Death Toll. This is when you gain health and stamina from when you kill another hero, not the minis. Stealth is when you hide from the HUD, radar, and aim assist. Because there's kind of radar here. There's Conqueror as well. We know what Conqueror is. Throw a flash grenade that blinds enemies and deals low damage in an area for a few seconds. Thick Skin is a decent one to have, especially with PvP. Gain moderate damage reduction every 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds, so it'll even go on even outside of combat from what I've noticed, unless they fixed it to where once you do lock in, or you do lock onto someone, then it'll start to fire off like that. When executing a hero, you gain extra amount of health based on the execution duration. So sometimes it's not a bad idea to have those long executions because um that's what this passive does. The longer your execution, the more health you get back from your execution. So you get, here's a little, just a fires a crossbow bolt for medium bleed damage. Okay, and then we have again Pedo Mortis again. Here we have sharpened blades, attacks inflict low damage over time, just more bleed, except it's an effect and an ability. Here we have Fear itself. Nearby enemies have lower defense. We have the catapult again. Uh, Passive last laugh. Drop a high damage grenade upon death unless unless executed. So if you're executed, this is not going to fire off. Okay? It's basically you're leaving a bomb behind. All right. Next up, Centurion. We have body count, and we have bounty hunter. We also have rush. We don't know rush. Rush is when you trigger movement speed for a short duration of time. We have inspire. We learn about inspire. Here we have haymaker. Haymaker is a definite must-have. Punch, kicks, and throws now deal damage. It used to be where, so in this case, not only are you knocking him around, but you are dealing some damage. Gain unlimited stamina for a short duration of time. This is pretty good for this character because this character does and can use a lot of stamina, especially throwing kicks and punches. Second wind, we know about second wind. Pergio, which is a unique one for this character, a projectile that deals low damage and traps an enemy for a short time. It's like a snare. And then we have Sharpened Blade. We know Sharpened Blade. We know Catapult. We know Stalwart Banner. We have Phylax. Grants shield to all allies who are alive, even yourself. Even yourself. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to the last one, our heavy that we've learned. So we have Sinister Shield, unique to this character. Grant a shield to an ally by inflicting some damage to yourself. So when this activates, it takes some of your health, gives an ally a shield. Okay? Iron Lungs is definitely a must-have. If you have a character that's using it, definitely use it. You can still sprint even when you're out of stamina. And then we have Speed Revive, which kind of explains itself. You rapidly revive fallen teammates. Uh, Healing Ward, a unique passive to this character. Slowly regain health while in Bulwark stance. That's the All Guard stance. This is Doom Banner. Nearby enemies have less powerful defense, so a lower defense. We do know what Inspire is. Oathbreaker. This is unique to this character. Remove all shields from a target. Punch Through. Some characters do have Punch Through. Your blocking damage does increase, which means that even when someone is blocking your attacks, there's what's called shaving. They call it shaving in the community, is where you're basically still doing damage to someone even when they're blocking. Tough as Nails raises your maximum health when it's unlocked, of course. Umbriel Shelter, unique to this character for a short time, generate shields for you and nearby allies. Shields don't stack. Okay? Regenerate, kind of self-explanatory. Regenerate health when out of combat. Moral Booster, we learned about Moral Booster. Okay? So they have some of these, what they call feats, unique to the character. And I hope they add more. Okay, so we've learned about that character. So let's move on and do another breach. Possibly we're going to be on the attack. I'm not sure. Breach here. And then the next few characters we'll be learning about in the next stream, which will probably be next week. I think I'll do For Honor whenever Survive is under maintenance. So next week we'll probably learn about Griffin. We'll learn about Conqueror and Lawbringer. I haven't quite divided this up evenly to where how I want to do this. Because again, I wasn't actually going to stream tonight, but I figured, you know what, I can at least get some time in, and then later it'll be Destiny 2 on Twitch as well. So then let's see. Yeah, we'll learn about Griffin later. Might as well get him set up as we wait. I think we're gonna go for Remedy. See if we can grab Remedy or not. That looks pretty cool. Let's see. I'm going to do Iron Lungs, and I'm going to have all passives, basically. Got to check something. Detroit is dying. Oh, we're on defense again, so this will be a shorty. Go. Ooh. Okay. Oof. The bots must have gone up a level on me. That's okay. teammate. There you go. Uh-oh. I think he's trying to make sure we don't use the cauldron. Let's see here. Nice. We're gonna go try to get the shield banner. Oh, who died? Okay. Woo! Steamy out there. Smoky. I even got my dailies done. Awesome. Okay. I actually have time to do, yeah, 10 minutes for 2 hours. I didn't think I'd come up with 2 hours worth of For Honor. I'm going to be real with you guys. Because what we're going to do to finish this off so you guys learn how to do it, we're going to do arcade. More specifically, we're going to do the weekly because I don't have what's called the weekly, the Crimson Conquest, which is my favorite effect for Blackprior. So arcade, if you guys have ever played an arcade mode in fighter games, it's kind of like that, but there are some effects that come with it. Some of these effects are either negative or positive. Both you and the player, both the player and the enemy can get these effects, or there are no effects applied. So, and they tend to be like, they tend to have a little story to them. So, we're gonna go in, Crimson Bold. See, do you see these? Oh, I think I know this one. So you can overlook and see what you're up against. We're up against a Berserker character we don't know yet on stream. I mean, for my vets, everyone knows this guy. For newbies, you guys probably don't know. But offensive damage is +2, so he does more damage. He just deals more damage. You're all out. Okay. Sometimes they can be a bit of a rollover, sometimes not. Oh, this guy's the same thing. Okay, so this time he can regain health from a hit. Okay, okay. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Hate that attack. Go. Got here. Now he can inflict bleed. Yeah, he can. Is it +2 or +1? +1. And he's more powerful than ever. He's got triple. Oh, I can't do that? Oh, okay. I thought I'd be able to do that. I guess I can't do that. I was trying to fake and zone. Apparently you can't do that with Blackprior. Some characters you can actually fake and do a zone. Blackprior you can't do that. Man, I never really liked the ones where the bot gets all the positive and you don't really get anything.
Ad profundis. Tace cortuum.
Wow. Okay.
Tace cortuum. Tenebris. Tace cortuum.
Yeah, these are the ones you want to avoid doing because they will just continue to give the bot like some unbelievable, very positive effects. So now the bleed is all the way up to 3, the damage is max, the health from attacks is max. And I think the difficulty that the bot can go to is maxed. This is +3. So he's hitting harder, doing all the fakes, and I basically have to.
Sindon cadit.
Okay.
Ad profundis. Tace cortuum. Tenebris.
Okay, I think I'm starting to develop drift in my analog stick because it keeps automatically going to the right. Let's see here. Oh, I guess it is. Shoot. That's never fun. Okay, well I can't really. Problem with this one too is that Blackbriar is pretty slow and Berserker is like one of the fastest characters you can use.
Ad profundis.
Really. Oh, okay. I guess my all guard did not register. Man, I'm getting bad registration and everything.
Tace cortuum. Ad profundis.
I was getting bad registration on the last part because I did the all guard. It was in it for a split second. Even though I was holding it, it stayed there for only a split second. Huh. Yeah, I think I got drift. That's no problem. That can be fixed. If you have to do any like adjusting to the guards, what you can do is you go to options and then you go to advanced controls and then you go to the fighting control tuning, and this is where you can kind of tune what you need. Here's you can do dead zone, you can do the guard up stance angle, you can even rotate this thing if you wish as well. So this is where you would want to be. If you suspect drift, you do have a guard mode dead zone here, so that will allow you to kind of adjust where you want your guard to actually start to adjust. So I might actually put that, even though I'm only suspecting I have drift, so I think I'm going to probably put it at around 4. Nothing too high. Don't want too crazy. And I think the all block angle, I'm going to have to nudge that, I think, to 20. And then the upper guard, I'm going to shove it at 80 right there. There. I think that should do it. Yeah. Okay. So that is really all I have. So next time it'll be a little bit shorter. Maybe the characters that I do have picked out that we'll be learning about next are a little bit more complex, especially Griffin and Lawbringer. So that will do it for this stream. And then later on my Twitch, I'll be streaming some Destiny. It is reset for some of my games, so I'm going to be working on that. All right. So probably won't see any For Honor until next week. And later it will be Metal Gear Survive. So I hope to see you guys there. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And I hope you found this helpful or a good refresher.